But I never went to church growing up, you know? But I learned about the Bible through our culture. Like, I know that in the beginning it was just Judas Priest and Black Sabbath. And then Ozzy was cast out for drug abuse, right? But he returned on TV speaking in tongues. I know that a snake convinced Eve to eat the apple, but if a reptile just started talking to me, I'd pay attention. I mean, everybody would. How many people have changed their car insurance to Geico?
But I did travel. I was in Hong Kong, man, and I was working there. I loved it, man. It's just so clean there, you know. I loved that. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. There's no litter. It's against the law to spit in Hong Kong. You get a fine to spit. But here in the States, oh man, it's a whole different story there. Oh, man. People don't think twice about purging their nostril right in the middle of the street, you know what I mean? So I asked her on a date, and she said yes. Hong Kong, they bought Michael Jackson's glove for like $1.2 million. It was they bid on it, and they went, Michael Jackson, that dude, man. I said, when he died, he affected the whole planet. You know what I mean? All over the world. And I can't think of anyone else other than Jesus that affected the planet like after dying. And I'm thinking 2,000 years from now, Michael Jackson's going to have his own religion. You ask somebody, so are you a Christian, Jew, Muslim? No, I'm a thrillerist. That's right, I'm bad. You just can't walk into the sanctuary, you got to go in backwards, right? You got to spin around, point your nose. You can hear them chanting inside. Mama Ku, Mama Sa. Mama Kusa. And the pastor coming up to the pulpit, right? And our glove saveth it unto them. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Ihi, na 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 na. Shimon. Let us pray. But really? Now? Really? Really? Wow. Only black guy on the show where she's like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom right now.
I like my cookies being unhealthy. I don't want to be confused. I don't want to think I'm making a bad decision and be making a right one. Like, I want to know. It's like gospel rap, man. I hate gospel rap. Gospel rap I hate it. It's the most confusing music on the planet. Because gospel rappers use really sick beats, like really club bangers. So when I hear it, I be ready to party. Like, yeah. Then I hear the lyrics and I get confused. I'm like, wait a minute, are we here to grab some asses or praise the Lord? Which one is it? This beat is telling me something else. I don't know. Gospel rap. I do want to get serious about exercise. No, I want to start getting serious about exercise and fitness so I can be prepared to do physical labor when Donald Trump brings slavery back. You know what I mean? Like, my new fitness goals is toil. Like, can I just learn how to toil? I do, man. I got some advice. Somebody was like, if you want to exercise, find an activity that you love doing and just do that. It won't feel like exercise. I like riding a bike, but I can't afford one. Don't laugh at that. That's not the punchline. That's my level of poverty. So I was trying to find a way to get a free bike. I started Googling, asking questions. One question I thought of is, do you have to have a bike to become a Mormon? Or do you get a free bike when you become a Mormon? Because I'll pretend to be a Mormon for a free bike. I'll do that.
I've been going to white church lately. Thank God for white church. I can't do black church no more. I can't do it no more. Oh my gosh. Don't go to white church acting black though. They don't want to see it. I didn't know, like white church is so welcoming, like come as you are, whatever. This lady, Cheryl Brady, is a real pastor, was preaching a very good sermon. And the white people was just listening. It was crazy. It was like, it was ridiculous. I was the only one in white church going, yes! You better preach that thing, Cheryl. Come on today. That's teaching. Hallelujah. Somebody came and said, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. Are these your things? What do you think you are? My goodness. I've been praying for everything now because I'm not welcomed at nobody's church. I pray for everything. On the way over here, Lord, help me to get a good parking space, and I get it. Last month, I got a weave. Lord, please let 3 bags of hair be enough, and it was. Because he cares. Because he cares about the details. Sometimes I think I'm his favorite. Oh my gosh. I used to pray for bad stuff. It'd be 3 in the morning, I'm on my way to a man's house, knowing I'm about to fornicate. Lord, help me to get there safely. It's raining so hard. And my brakes are so bad. Traveling grace and mercy. Who prays for sin? I did. I remember I got to the dude's house. Everybody's ready. We're ready. It's about to go down. I said, so you got the protection, right? He was like, oh, I forgot it. I said, this ain't nothing but the devil. It says nothing but the devil. He's trying to impede God's plan for my life. I know what this is. He's been busy all week. Then I remember I had one in my glove compartment. I said, would you look at God? He just keep on blessing us. You better praise him. I said, you could do better than that. Praise him. He didn't have to do this, but he did.
People always ask if I'm Muslim and I'm not Muslim. Like, I don't have a problem with Muslims. Like, I love Muslims. Like, I wouldn't fly with them, but like, we could go for a bike ride or something, you know? No big deal. My best friend is Jewish. We like to share culture. I asked him, I said, hey man, what do you like most about being Jewish? He said, I never thought about that before. I said, just give me something off the top of your head. So he gave me his yarmulke. And I'm just kidding. He sold it to me, but the point is that you gotta embrace each other's cultures. You know what I mean? A lot of Mexican people here tonight. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I saw that. People pick on Mexicans all the time. I don't like it, man. Especially when people are like, man, the Mexicans are stealing our jobs, man. Like, come on, nobody's stealing jobs, bro. I'm pretty sure employers are giving away those jobs to people who work harder. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. The Mexicans are stealing our jobs. That's like someone failing a class in school, being like, hey, the kids who are studying are stealing all the good grades. That's like me back in high school being like, hey, the guy who actually showers and does his hair just stole my girlfriend, man. He doesn't even speak English. The Mexicans are stealing our jobs. Really, the Mexicans are stealing our jobs. Didn't we steal their country? We took their land, at least let them landscape it. Are you serious? Fine. That was the last cheap Mexican joke I've got. No more cheap Mexican jokes. Mexico is actually doing very well for themselves right now. They just got the new version of the iPhone. It's called the iPhone. Okay, that's the last one. No mas.
This is the worst. My wife, or the best actually, wanted to get married in church, and luckily my wife is a Christian, so it was cool. I'm kind of like agnostic. Like I'm an atheist. I don't really believe in anything. But after you turn 30, if you're an atheist, you just tell people you're an agnostic, because then you don't have to argue with them in line for coffee, because no one knows what that word means. Like what? Like I like Jesus and lightsabers. I like everything. I'm cool. Oh yeah, lightsabers, Jesus. That's awesome. That's totally cool. That's fine. That's fine. And my wife is Lutheran, which is the most awesome form of Christianity, because it's like I'm half Hispanic, so I grew up Catholic, which is like, oh, that kneeling and bending and the wafer and there's Latin and Spanish and French and what am I Elvis or James Brown? It's so complicated. It's a complicated. And then there's this old guy and I can't wear a condom and I live in fear of a baby coming out of her. And should I punch her and say it was? I don't know. I love you so much. But Catholicism's like, it's intense. I give you guys respect, because that is some intense stuff to be involved in. But Lutheranism is like Christianity light. It's like 30 minutes, a little bit of singing, you can lip sync, they don't get mad. Fist bump, peace be with you, see you next Easter. That's all it is. It's maybe the best religion to get involved in. If you guys haven't picked one yet, I would say Lutheranism. And here's a little secret for a lot of couples in the audience, a lot of guys living in fear of getting married. The marriage isn't the worst part. It's the pre-marriage stuff, because if you get married in a church, you have to meet 3 times with the priest or the pastor, like this weird, awkward marriage counseling session, right? And you talk about everything, your relationship and money and sex. But like, so what do you find most difficult about sexual intercourse with your future wife? And I'm like, talking about it with a man of God. How about you?
I'm in a weird mood right now. I talked to my moms earlier today before I got here. My mom's a real religious person. I don't know if you all ever dealt with religious people, but sometimes they tend to be like, you know, like crazy sometimes, just a little bit, you know? Not that all of them are crazy. Some of them are normal people, but some of them, they tend to just take every, you know, opportunity to try to preach to you about something. Like even something simple, like you just ask them something like, hey, how you doing? How am I doing? I'm blessed and highly favored, brother. How about yourself? Oh, okay, I hope that's working out for you. Is it working out for me? Do you not see the abundance of blessings the Lord is raining down upon me right now? Can you not see me as I'm walking in the path of success that the Lord has made for me? Can you see me as I swim in the pool of riches that the Lord has rained down upon me? All right, that's cool. Let me get a number 3 with a Pepsi. Make sure you supersize that if you don't mind. Yeah. That's kind of how my mom's is, not to that extreme, but my mom's favorite thing to do is threaten me with Jesus. I don't know if you ever been threatened with Jesus before. It's not the best feeling in the world, you know, because it starts off nice, you know. I call her up on the home and be like, hey, Ma, how you doing? Oh, hey, baby, hey, I hear you doing your little joke thing. You're telling your little jokes. Do the people laugh at your little jokes when you tell your little jokes? I'm like, yeah, I get a laugh here and there. I was like, oh, that's good, baby, that's good. Because when Jesus get back, all that laughing gonna stop. All right.
Like, it's interesting to me that in the 50s, rock and roll was considered the devil's music. Now there's Christian rock. Well, what the hell happened there? I guess Christians go by that old motto, if you can't beat them, ruin it. Well, I got some Christian rock fans here. That's nice. All right. It's a cool bunch. I think my favorite religion out there has got to be Scientology. I love Scientology. It's favorite religion because it's the only religion you can make fun of in public and everybody's on board, you know? Religion touches touchy subject. You know, if you're like, oh man, I hate the Muslims. Well, you're a racist. Well, I hate the Jews. Well, you're an anti-Semite. Well, I hate Scientologists. What are you doing later? Want to get a falafel or a knish? Let's hang out. Let's do something. All right.
I mean, I love my parents, but see, they raised me to be a non-religious Jew. Okay? Like, I never had a bar mitzvah. I never celebrated Hanukkah. Like, I don't even think they're Jewish. I think they're cheap Catholics. That's what I think they are. You know? Like, I don't even get religion. You know, like maybe Moses didn't find God in those bushes. Maybe he found mushrooms. I think the story would sound exactly the same. Oh yeah, man, I found these bushes, man, and then they started to burn, man. And then this voice started talking to me, right? So I started to write stuff down on rocks, man. It was awesome. You know, it's so amazing to me just how we just accept this story as gospel, you know, because it happened a long time ago, and that's when dragons left. My rabbi says to me, you know, Dylan, when you die, you're going to get judged for saying that. I said, no, I'm not. The devil accepts everyone. Yes, come in, yes, everyone. Yes, Christians, Jews, drama students, yes, everyone. It's a party in here. Thank you, that didn't hurt at all.
So, here's my problem. I grew up Mormon, and which I know you think right off, wow, that's a problem. It's I know you think it's weird. People hear Mormon, they think polygamy bikes. No, rules. That's the thing about growing up Mormon, a lot of rules, right? No drinking, no smoking, no premarital sex, no coffee, which seems like a weird rule. It's logical. Think about it. You can't drink, can't smoke, can't have sex. Why stay awake? That guy's laughing too hard. My pain's funny. All right. Here's the problem. My wife is not Mormon. She's Irish Catholic. She's practicing Irish Catholic, too. I mean, every weekend, like drunk. I'm kidding. I'm sorta kidding. Here's the deal. When I met her, too, she had a beer in one hand, cigarette in the other. Do you see that? 2 Mormon rules, same time. You get it? Ambidextrous sinner. Of course, the Mormon in my head's looking at that, just thinking, this is hot. Because it's wrong. And we hit it off. We hit it off so well, me and my Catholic lady. She quit smoking for me. She did. She quit. Looked into my eyes, second date. I was just looking for a good reason to quit. Isn't that nice? So then we got married, which was apparently a good reason to start back up. Again. But then we got married and she did quit. A few months later, she did quit. And to her credit, she has been quitting ever since. About 8 years quitting. She's going to stick with it. The nicotine helps. So this is my problem. That's a problem. It's awkward. We both do our part to make it work. Her job, sneak around, smoke in secret, don't get caught. My job, act like I can't smell. That's my job. As well as my whole Mormon family. You know what I mean? They lurk around. Oh, I don't smell anything except Mom. My mom's like too old for games, so every time. Well, that's an interesting scent that you've dabbed on during your walk, Kelly. She rides them low like that. It's just like doubles the guilt. What is that new scent, Kelly? What is that? Yeah, Mom, that's Obsession by Philip Morris. Rest of the family, though, awesome. They're awesome. They just, they just, like my wife, pretend she's not a smoker. How long can you float that fantasy boat? You know, like 20 years? The non-smoker were showing up at Thanksgiving with like an oxygen cart, yellow teeth and nails. Hi, Aunt Kelly. Hi, Kent. How are ya? Maybe a big hole in the neck. How are we gonna explain the gaping hole in the non-smoker's neck? I stumbled down the stairs and fell on a pencil.
Yeah, I'm excited that I finally got to move from New York. It was, I was able to move because my grandmother passed away. She was 90, she was very controlling. And when she finally went, you know, my friends, I had to explain. She said, well, what happened? I said, I had to go to her house. You know, she had her funeral clothes laid out. She said, that's so sad. You mean she knew it was coming? I said, no, we're Sicilian. She's been planning her death since 1972. You know what I mean? And my grandmother was excited. You know, Sicilians live to die. That's their big to-do. She would take me through the house as a child every time I visited her. And she would show me all the furniture, the mermaids with the rhinestone nipples, the gold tasseled furniture, and you know what I mean? The plastic fruit, the 400 crucifixes, and say, Maya, when I die, I'm gonna leave you all of this. I say, Grandma, you know, may you live forever, because we don't need any of this stuff. But she died, and she actually left me like 400 Jesuses. I don't care what your background is. It is almost impossible to throw away a Romeo-eyed bleeding Jesus. I put a few of them in the garbage. You're staring up at me. Why have you forsaken me? I'm like, all right, I'll take you out. The guilt. I moved to Los Angeles 3,000 miles with a box of Jesuses. Thank God I had Mexican neighbors, because they make for great Christmas gifts. I feel like I'm at home because, like, you know, the Mexican people, they're like the Italian people. Everyone's like Olive when they got the same name. You know what I mean? Everyone's about this tall. And my grandparents, they were a very old world. They didn't want to learn the language when they came here, no matter what. The only thing I could understand my grandfather saying was like, in every story, someone was missing a limb. Like, that's pretty much what I'd make out. Every story is like, Maija, I go to Rome, and I tell the guy, I'm a Giuseppe DiGiorgio. I said, okay. So I tell him Giuseppe. He says, I don't know you. I said, your cousin Gino sent to me. Gino who missed the ear? No. Gino who missed the leg. He's friends with my father, Machuro. I don't know Machuro. Sure, Machuro the butcher who missed 3 fingers. He give your cousin the salami to put in the leg so he can walk home. And the guy says, ay, now I remember, Giuseppe, you're the kid who missed the eye, son of the butcher who missed 3 fingers who gave my cousin the salami to put in the leg so he can walk home. Why didn't you say so? And Maija, the guy takes me in the restaurant. He tells everybody the story what my father do for the guy, and a tear coming to my one eye.
I'm into a lot of different things. I'm into, like, I like discussing things. I like religion. Here's the thing, though. My problem with religion, every religion thinks that, they're right and everybody else is wrong. And it's true. Like the Jewish people believe that they're God's chosen people, and then the Christians showed up and they were like, oh no, we've got the golden ticket. And as soon as Jesus dies, we're going to break into small groups and start judging one another. And the Muslims were like, screw it, we'll just blow ourselves up. And religion makes me laugh. Like terrorists, they kind of crack me up. Like Al Qaeda, this makes me laugh about Al Qaeda. Like every time they do anything in the Middle East, like the news shows their training tape that they have. And this is my question: why are the monkey bars the cornerstone for Al Qaeda training? We've seen the tape, right? Like it starts out with like a bunch of guys with AK-47s just blasting away, and then they'll cut to like 2 guys chucking hand grenades, and there's 2 guys just doing the monkey bars. These are Islamic extremists, right? Like, we're supposed to be scared of these guys? How do they explain that? I imagine there's like an Al Qaeda coach who comes out on the first day, and he's like, hey, you new fellas. He speaks English. New fellas, why don't you gather around, take a knee. Welcome to Al Qaeda. Let me give you a quick tour of the facilities before we get started today. Over there is a shooting range. Over there are the caves you'll be sleeping in. And this bad mother behind me is a little something we like to call the monkey bars. In order to become a terrorist, you got to cross from one side to the other without stopping. It's not easy. Not easy. Now over here's a teeter-totter. And that is a tire swing. How did we get into a fight with guys who are experts at recess? I don't know. It makes me mad. Why do they get in shape? Don't they blow themselves up? It just seemed to me that the fatter you are, the more damage you could do. It's my way of thinking.
Guys in the room, tell me if you ever feel like this. You ever feel like a man stuck inside a sexier man's body? That's how I feel all the time. I was on a date recently with this religious girl, and she's like, Jeff, I don't really care about a guy's body. I date a guy for his soul. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. It's just a shame because I just sold my soul for this sweet body.
I used to be super religious, and I know what you're thinking. Nick, that's so stupid. You could be out there sinning. So when I was 18, I was like, I'm done with religion. But like I wasn't in like a rinky-dink religion. Like it was tough. Like I was born and like I was raised as a Jehovah Witness, right? Oh my God, bro, that's like the vegan of religions. Like you don't understand. Like you can't do anything. And like as a kid, like I started to understand how strict my religion was. Like I understood it because people who were not Jehovah Witnesses would make up things that I couldn't do. Like, all right, man, we all gonna go play kickball. Ooh, can I come, guys? No, Nate, because you're a Jehovah Witness. You can't sweat. Okay. Like people call me, hey Nate, what you doing? Oh, watching Sailor Moon on the TV. No! Satan gonna get you. It's not how it works. But yeah, so like when I was 18, I got out of that. And I was like, hey, all my friends, they're doing evil deeds. Let me do it too. Haven't looked back. I like that. I hope somebody in here is a joker with us. Then we can avoid each other. Hello, can I say? No, get away from me. I don't want your watchtowers. I just want to say that you were funny. Whatever, man. I want to tell you guys something. I've done one dastardly thing in my life, right? I'm not proud of it. But there was this one time I went behind this girl's back and I read her diary, right? And I like, whatever. It's not like a super proud moment in my life, but I was curious. And so I was like, oh, my girl's diary. So I started flipping through the pages. Like, whatever, like, I'm thinking, I'm a young man. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be super juicy sex and secrets about her and Peter. Ooh. No, like, I started reading this thing and it was like so morbid and depressing. Like, this girl only wrote about sad things all the time. And I was like, oh my God, Anne Frank. Like, seriously. Get it together. It's not that big of a deal. But it is.
You guys are awesome, man. It's good to laugh. Thank you for coming out to laugh, because we need to laugh. Especially now with everything going wrong in the world. I'm sure God is laughing at us right now. Oh, yeah. I'm sure if someone was going to try to talk to God today, it'd be a lot different than when Moses did it. Like, when Moses did it, it was very commanding, very powerful. Today, with the way God, I'm sure, has a great sense of humor, it would be a lot different. Like somebody'd walk up to a mountain, just look up. God!
Yes.
Big fan. God, we need your help.
What?
God, we need you to come down and help us.
Speak louder, I can't hear you.
God, the world is screwed up. Please, we need you to come down and save us.
Just kidding. I'm not in right now, but if you'd leave your name, no.
You guys have been great. Thank you very much. Comedy Time. Good night.